Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of AM and the PM with Amanda and Mark. Obviously, we are virtual via Zoom today, which is not our norm, but we have done one before, and here we are again. So, Amanda, what are we talking about today?
Well, today we're talking about how Mark is turning 25.
I'm old, halfway to 50.
Yeah.
Mm.
How do you feel about turning 25?
Um, you know, when you think about like 25, the halfway to 50 thing is kind of a joke because I don't really feel like that, but I do feel like I'm halfway to 30 in like a decade view. But I also feel that I actually felt for a long time that I was much older than my age suggested, at least like maturity and mentally. That's not to sound like an asshole, but I just felt like, from things like commuting to college and just kind of like skipping a big phase of my life where I was, maybe other people would be just, doing stuff, living it up or whatever. I just kind of didn't do all those years, so I feel like I just skipped all that. So I think that, and then kind of working for a couple years and now starting my own things. I don't know. I was kind of a roundabout answer, but I just feel like it's not. I actually feel young in a lot of ways. Some people will be like 25, and I know that Amanda, you and I have even talked about this already. Like 25 seems like you're getting older because you are getting closer to like 30 in a sense, right? So a lot of our friends, as we approach those older teen year or older 20 years rather, it can be a little weird, but I feel pretty good. I don't really. It's just another year, so
Yeah.
yeah. So
Um, so I'm currently quarantining, so I'm not going to see Mark on his birthday. What are you going to do on your birthday?
um, well, it's actually funny because we talked about this before we started here. I just recently kind of set up a scheduler thing for a bunch of different reasons. One of the reasons is for the stuff that I'm doing, so meetings and anything like that, and then we have a few more things that are really interesting. So Fuel by Progress episodes. I needed a way to if you saw the Fuel by Progress podcast here recently, I need a way to schedule better there. So I set up this thing where I can just basically send a link out and then people can kind of see my calendar, just like where my openings are and then schedule. So on my birthday specifically, I have at least currently right now one episode to film for Fuel by Progress. This episode will be dropping on the 28th of January, Thursday here, and then yeah, I don't know what else. Maybe we'll go out to eat or something with family. That's another thing too. Is like it's always food related. I feel like every holiday, every celebration is centered around food, and that was always something that was weird for me. But yeah, I mean, as far as the actual birthday goes, to record an FBP episode, launch and promote this one, and then maybe go out to eat or something. But yeah, I know Amanda because she's locked in her room. But but the other thing, real quick, that I'll add in here is that to anybody watching that wants to be like a guest couple on AM and the PM, we're gonna have another guest couple coming up here pretty soon, probably in the next episode, I would imagine. But they also that was kind of goes back to that whole scheduling thing because Amanda and I are obviously pretty busy and we like to keep the calendar pretty tight. And in doing that, we're able to do this type of thing where it's like, okay, hey, if you have if we have an opening on our calendar, let's slide you in to get like a guest couples episode for AM and the PM, or like I mentioned earlier with FBP, some time to record and things like that. So I don't know, making moves. I'm getting older, but yeah, fun. Amanda, what are you gonna do on my birthday?
I can't even talk.
Why?
I'm just like so emotional.
Why?
Because I'm just upset that I can't see you on your birthday. I know it's not that big of a deal, but like it's just very sad.
I don't think it's that sad. Let's talk about that. Why do you think it's emotional? Why do you think it's sad?
I don't know. Mark never really cares about his birthdays too much. It's just another day. Like for example, I've been asking him for like a week what he wants to do, and he just doesn't really. He like literally never even came up with a plan.
I guess that's a good thing.
Um, but he just doesn't really care too much about it. It's just another day to him, and blah blah blah. Obviously we usually do something on his birthday, or like I can't even remember. I think we usually just go out to eat or something. Sometimes we go out with his family because his family has like a bunch of birthdays in January.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of
Blowing my
birthdays.
nose.
I think there's like 5 birthdays in a 2 week period. It's kind of crazy.
But I had a plan to get him a cake, and I'm just a little upset. It's like I feel like there's bigger things going on than this, and I shouldn't be upset over it. But I had a plan to get him a cute little SpongeBob cake, and I was gonna bring it to his house, and it just really sucked. But stop. I actually just went into the living room. My mom was like, "Were you crying?" I was like, "No." I definitely was. I definitely was earlier, like a while ago. It's like she like still knows when she sees me, like a half hour after crying. She's like, "Were you crying?" I was like, "No, I wasn't crying." You know, it's really not that big of a deal, and we can celebrate his birthday when, you know, when we can see each other. It's really not that big of a deal. It's just I feel like I feel like his birthday is more of a big deal to me than it is to him.
Yeah, I don't care.
Because I like it to celebrate him, and I think it's okay, so I feel stupid. I can't do math. I was trying to figure this out. When we met, you were 20, right?
20. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then you turned 21.
It's normally how it works, yeah.
Well, I was like trying to do the math in my head, and I was like, that doesn't make sense because we like haven't been together for 5 years yet, but you're turning 25. But then I was like, this is our fifth year together, so that would make sense, right?
I
I
mean,
don't
yeah,
I
I
don't
just
know.
think that's a bad way to think about it because
It's hard
you
to
just simply just do it from the day that you met rather than like birthdays.
yeah. Um
Because I was technically like 20 and a half when we met.
yeah, and I was 19, and now
It's,
Mark's gonna be fucking 25.
yeah, it's how
It's
time
fucking
works.
crazy. It's crazy. I mean, like I can't imagine, like I obviously can't imagine like being without you, but at the same time, it feels like it's like weird. I don't know. It's like an in between feeling. It feels like it's been a long time, but at the same time, it sounds like a long time. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Time keeps going.
It actually does feel like a fucking lifetime ago,
Nah,
back before I met you. It really does feel like I can't even like who the fuck was I? Like what was I doing? Like
yeah. I mean, time keeps going. It's the one reason I think that I don't care too much about my birthday and I don't worry about it too much is because it is just that it's another day. I mean, obviously, I appreciate anybody that cares, says happy birthday, gets me a gift, whatever. But at the same time, it really is just another day to me. It's another. I think what I'll try to do more so is, it's a little weird for me though because so you know how like I've done this, a lot of other people do this, where the year changes. So we just went from 2020 to 2021, and you go, okay, these are the things that I did in 2020. Here's the things that I want to do in 2021. I think when your birthday is more like in the middle of the year, that gives you another opportunity to say, like, here's what I did in my 20th year, and here's what I did in my 24th year, for instance. Here's what I'm going to do in my 25th year. But with me, I feel like since they're so close, it's kind of like one and the same. Um, and so the point is that I think I want to try to do that a little bit more, but at the same time, it's kind of just like each year of my life is almost like a year of actual time, so there's no kind of real difference. The point that I'm making is that in your life, I think it's important to celebrate the things, and kind of a cool thing to celebrate the things that you do each one of your years. So, like in your 24th year, your 25th year, 26th, so on. But at the same time, um, every single day, like I'm just moving towards this path where everything that I do, everything that we do, we enjoy and we love. So I don't really think about it like, oh, there's another year and I'm getting older and everything. It's just like just a constant stream. I'm just always doing the things that I want to do. I'm always trying to move towards the stuff. I don't ever want to think about getting older in a sense. I know people in their 50s and they're like, oh my God, I'm so old. Like, I just don't want to be like that. I don't even want to focus on the number because it is just a number. So, I don't know. It's kind of one of my thoughts on that.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever really I don't know if I've ever really took birthdays as I mean, like, I guess I've thought of it as, like, another year that I'm here or whatever, or another, I'm gonna be 20 well, like, when I did turn 23, like, I'm gonna be 23 and blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's hard for me to be like, "Oh, this year I'm gonna accomplish all this." I guess, like, it's also goals are, like, new to me. I feel like I just started, doing goals and stuff, like, this year, which are, like, obviously really important, and, right now, I'm just trying to accomplish everything, like, as I go, and I don't really wanna be, like for, like, the new year, new me thing, I don't really wanna be like, "Oh, I'm gonna accomplish all these goals for the new year." Um, I guess, like, you should just do it all year round, try to keep accomplishing stuff. But, I mean, it is good to be like, "This year, I'm gonna accomplish this, that, and this, and that, and this," like, that's good too, but
Yeah. Um, I think goals are good, obviously, like we've talked about a lot. But I mean, again, the timeline that you kind of set up on that, it's kind of arbitrary whether you want to do like the year of the year of you. So like your, birthday to birthday or new year to new year. Um, I don't know. The one thing I was going to say too, I had a couple things. I can't remember the one, but the one thing is I feel like if you get to the point, I remember the other thing. I feel like when the first thing is when you get to the point where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm getting so old. Like again, like I said, I know people that are like that. I feel like it's because you're worried or you're concerned. Well, one that you might die, which is understandable, I guess, as you get older. But the other thing is, if you say like, oh my gosh, I'm 55, I just don't think I'm going to be like that because, and here's why I think maybe not everybody, but why some people are like that. It's like they're 55 and they didn't do the things that they wanted to do in 55 years. It's like they've been working and whatever, but like in all that time, they didn't focus on the things that they wanted to do. So it's not that they're old because they're still fine. I mean, maybe they hurt a little bit more, they ache a little bit more than they did when they were 20. But the thing is, like, they just have less time now and they know it and they haven't focused on the things that they want to do in the time that they've had to this point. So I think that is like kind of like an underlying thing for some people. And I don't think I'm ever going to be like that because I truly don't ever want to sacrifice the things that I want to do and the things that we want to do, Amanda, you and I. And I just think that that's really important. So I think if you do that throughout your life, then when you get to those older ages, you're going to be like, fuck, this is great. I mean, I've lived. If you live like that, you're just going to continue to live like that when you're older, and I don't think you're going to have regrets. And I think that is one of the big reasons why people fear getting older, or it's one of the reasons, like I said. So there's that, and then I had another thing too, and then I'll kick it to you, Amanda. Is I think another reason that I don't give a shit too much about birthdays is because of my past. So if you think about your life, like our lives to this point, right, in our 20s, there's a couple big milestone birthdays. Like 16 is one, right, because you drive, that was a big one, I guess, for me or whatever. But I don't remember it being like a huge milestone. It was like a cool thing, you got it, but it's kind of like it's cool, but it's not. There's nothing crazy too crazy about it. So that was one. Then 18, I guess you could say, is another one, depending on certain things. And then 21 is a huge one. Like I would say for 99% of people, 21 is like the biggest thing because you're an adult, you're full adult or whatever. You can drink, you can smoke, like whatever the hell, whatever you can do at 21. And everybody always goes out for their 21st. What the fuck did I do on my 21st birthday? Did
You
I go
can
to
smoke?
Outback
Is that what you
Steakhouse?
said?
No, that
You
was
can
18.
smoke when you're 18.
I think that's 18. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Or buy
um,
cigarettes or whatever.
but 21. What did I do on my 21st birthday? I'm pretty sure I went to Outback.
Yeah.
So, it's just like I've definitely been to Outback before, and that was great. But the point is that some of these milestone ages, like I just don't do the shit that's associated with them. So it wasn't that big of a deal. So it was like, oh, you ready for your 21st? I'm like, nah, bro, it's just another year. So, and then as you get older, those are less and less. Like maybe the big ones like 30, 40, 50, whatever. But here's one more actually is a great thing I just thought of. Maybe a lot of people look forward to like 62 or 60, wherever the hell the retirement age is. I don't give a fuck about that either because I plan to be working forever because I do the shit that I love. So that's just my synopsis on that. So that was a lot. What do you think?
I like birthdays because I feel like I can celebrate me and
I celebrate me every
well,
day.
I well yeah, but we usually what do we do? We usually well, actually, this is probably a big thing. So my grandparents used to take like the each grandchild out for their birthday. This was like a huge thing when I was a kid. And this is probably why birthdays probably are so special to me. Like it was a whole nother day, like it wasn't on the actual birthday, it would be like the weekend of your birthday or whatever, and we would go out with my grandma and grandpap, and we would literally do whatever we wanted, wherever we wanted to eat, wherever we wanted to go. And it was like our day, and it was awesome. I
Mm.
don't even remember like what I would do. I remember Mark and I just watched 17 again. I remember the one year we went to the waterfront. Um, we went to like, it's not Ichiban. Oh, what is it? We just went there
Yakuza.
with some like, hibachi restaurant that cooks in front of you. And then I went to like, I think there was like an Abercrombie store there. I went in the Abercrombie store, then we went to the movies and saw 17 again. But when I was little, it would be like we would go to places like Fun for All or like stuff like that, or like Chuck E. Cheese. Um, so that was awesome. Um, but I think we kind of still do that tradition, I think, because um, like every year I try to get together with my birthday with like my aunt and uncle and my little cousin, and we try to do it with everyone, but obviously because of COVID it like hasn't happened this year, but we try to do it with everyone. Like if it's my aunt's birthday, if it's my uncle's birthday, if it's my little cousin's birthday, if it's my mom's birthday or my stepdad's birthday, or if it's Mark's birthday, we all try to pick a place. Like Mark would choose the place and we would all go. um and like we always like go out to eat like regardless, but like it's just like, we pick like we like obviously we haven't because of COVID gone out to eat all together as often, but so like even now it's like more special, but we just pick like a place, like our favorite place, and we go. So like when I was little, it was um I remember my 16th birthday I went to Olive Garden
Mm.
with my family, and we had like the back room, and Winnie got me, my aunt got me a little birthday crown, and then we brought like a cake in, um or they like sing happy birthday to you or whatever they tell them to sing happy birthday to you. I don't know, it's always been special to me. But this is interesting. Lauren Geraldo, oh my god, how do you say it?
Geraldo.
I'm not allowed to like these like influencer, I say air quotes, influencer people because I can't pronounce their last names and I try to tell everyone like I fucking love this person and I don't even know how to say their last name. So and then I hear that it's not how it's pronounced because I just see their name on Instagram and obviously on their YouTube videos they're not like saying their last name, so I don't know. Um she celebrated her birthday for like I swear like 2 weeks or like it was one whole week, but her boyfriend continued celebrating it even after a week. But it was like a whole week. She like just loved to celebrate it, but she's real like she just really likes she's like really like a goal setter in what she's accomplished and she's like just really I don't want to say like spiritual, but she's like spiritual in the way of like she wants to celebrate like the next year she's doing and what she did in the year past. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think you treat a birthday like how you want it to be, obviously. Um I wouldn't celebrate it for like a whole week, but obviously, like, say if my birthday's on like a Wednesday, I'd like go do something with Mark on that Wednesday, and then over the weekend, I'd celebrate it with my family. So, I don't know. I think it just gives you a reason to celebrate you, and you are important.
Yeah, certainly.
Well, some people like you genuinely don't really care that much about it, but like for me, like I care about it because I feel like one, I was a miracle baby, so it's a
That's a big
miracle
deal.
that I'm here. It's a miracle that I'm here. When I was born, I was only 2 pounds, and I was on the ventilator for like 3 months. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, my cat is trying to come into my room. Hold on. Hello? Come on
Come on
in.
in. Come on in.
She like banged on the door and
Uh,
my laundry
uh,
basket was in front of my door.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's my cat, Minnie. She's over there. If you are watching this on YouTube, that's my cat. My friend from work painted picture of my cat for me. Actually, it was during the last quarantine, the big quarantine where everyone was off work, not just me. But anyways, yeah. So I just feel like you could. I don't remember what I was getting at, but yeah. That's not really why I celebrate it that way, but also like I guess like also for my family too. It's like a reminder of like what my mom went through when she had me, and like it was she was sick and everything. She had preeclampsia when she had me, so I guess it's just and like I said, my grandparents always made it really special for me, and I think like I'm real big on self-care and self-love, and I feel like you should be grateful for yourself, and your birthday is a good way to celebrate you.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. I think that that's one way to kind of go and um cat. um but yeah, I think that's a good way to go about it. I mean, I definitely like my birthday. You know, I appreciate it. I like to see everyone go out to eat or whatever. Like I said, with the eating out thing is interesting because I think maybe sometimes I think there's a lot of people that only go out and celebrate and hang out with people that they love
Like
once in a
on their
while.
birthday.
Yeah,
Like
we
on their birthday or
yeah
for like special occasions.
yeah we have that.
Like we do it all the time.
We obviously do that though. We make it a point to have like birthday dinners and things, but at the same
For
time,
sure.
that it's not like we have to have a birthday or a special occasion in order to go out to eat. And that's like, you know, if some people do it that way, that's fine. You know, rock however you want. But the thing, the thing that I think and the way that I like to think of it a little bit more is if you have the means and you have the time to hang out with your friends and family on just a random Tuesday night and go out to like
Yeah.
a regular restaurant and you know hang out and just get some nice food and just chat and everything. I enjoy that. You know, I don't, you know, I work a lot and I like to keep moving, but at the same time, I don't think that having to have a special occasion is necessary to just seeing friends and family and getting together and going out like that. So, you know, I don't know, just kind of my thoughts on it, but I do enjoy it. I just don't make it like I don't put my birthday like above like a bunch of other things or a bunch of other days because at the end of the day, it's there's other people with that birthday, and it's just another day. There are certain things we can talk about this. I don't know if you had something else to say with that point specifically, but there are a couple things that at least one thing that I can think of that I always do on my birthday. It's very
Okay.
interesting. So, so when I was younger, when I was younger and like in grade school and stuff like that, you realize that like I just said, like other people have your birthday and things, and obviously, right? I mean, there's not 7 billion days in a year, so it's interesting because like I remember this is just a random thing. I remember reading like a Sports Illustrated kids thing one day, and I saw like Dante Culpepper, I think, had the same birthday as me, which is like some football player back in the day. So that was interesting. But then I think that was one of the first things, like, oh, there's other people that have my birthday. And then I was listening to music growing up and stuff like that. And I listened to J. Cole. Some of you might know who J. Cole is. If not, go look him up. But he has the same birthday as me, January 28th. And he actually has a song called January 28th. And it's not like a banger that you listen to all the time, but it's literally just about that, like the day him being born. And I think there's like a couple like just kind of cool lines in there. It's like I can't remember exactly, but like just about January 28th, and like, I don't know, him being born and whatever. And I don't know, I just listen to that every year on my birthday just because I think it's kind of fitting. But I definitely do that. And that's actually kind of probably one of the only specific things that I can remember. But I do want to do a little bit more of that stuff where I kind of talk about year to year and the progress and everything. But the January 28th, that is a really funny coincidence, and not everybody has a song that is titled their birthday, so that's kind of a cool thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have one more thing. It's not something that I do every day or every year rather, but it is something that's specific to me. January 28th, 1996 is the day that I was born. I think it was like 7 in the morning or something. That was Super Bowl. I don't remember what Super Bowl was. Maybe, well, I guess 30? No, 25? What is it this year? I think it's I think it's 60 this year. So what was it, 35? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Steelers were playing the Cowboys, and the Steelers lost. It's really funny. Really funny. Born on Super Bowl Sunday. Our home team was in it, Pittsburgh, and we lost. So yeah, just a fun fact.
When is the Super Bowl?
This year, I don't know. I think this will be on Thursday the 28th. So not this coming Sunday, but the next Sunday, I think.
Mm.
Yeah. So that's fun. But yeah.
Yeah, there was a girl in high school who had the same same birthday as me, and it was like awkward because my super close friend who like lived with me at the time became friends with this other girl, and it was my birthday. It was like my 15th birthday, and she went to like her other friend's house, and I was like really upset for some reason. Oh, this like boy didn't come over my house or something. It was really silly, whatever. Little teen stuff.
No,
And my friend who lived with me at the time said, I will come home and I will see you, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'll spend, whatever with you. And I was really upset because she didn't even come home and like hang out with me. And it was my birthday. And her like new best friend literally had the same birthday as me. And I will never forget. Like, I just will never. That was like obviously years ago, and there's like nothing, like it doesn't matter anymore. But I will just never forget that that's her birthday too, because like all of high school and all of school, like it was always her birthday too. And now, obviously I work at Kitty Academy, and my assistant manager's birthday is May 2nd as well. So,
hmm,
yep.
interesting. Wow.
Yeah, it was funny. We have like a little birthday board in the break room. So now, we have the same birthday, and it's just funny.
Hmm. Yeah, birthdays are weird. Um, I don't know. Kind of cool, but like I said, just another day, just another year. Um, Yeah, I'm happy. Looking forward to the latter half of my 20s. It's gonna be great. Gonna be a lot of stuff.
Do you have any memorable birthday parties as a kid?
I had at least one or two bowling birthday parties. That was kind of fun, I guess. Um, I think one time, I think one time I had a bunch of childhood friends over at my house and we played like hockey and had pizza and stuff. That was fun. Um, I want to say, I feel like I had to have had at least one birthday at Chuck E. Cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know this for a fact. I want to say that I probably didn't have it, but I went to one. I wish I would have had one at a place called Dino Kingdom, which was like Chuck E. Cheese but with dinosaurs. So it was dope. It was in Parkway Center Mall, RIP. So that was a good one. That's actually a really good question. There had to have been
You
a
always
couple.
talk about that dino place.
Yeah, it's sad.
What was it like?
I mean, I was just a little kid. Other people might be able to tell you better, but it was in a mall. Imagine like you're walking down like a mall, right? And then instead of seeing like Dick's Sporting Goods, like because it's that big, like the opening's that big and the place is that big. Instead of seeing Dick's Sporting Goods, you look to your right and you look into this place, and it's like a big open, basically like Chuck E. Cheese type thing, where right on the inside there's like a little food court thing on the left. I think I remember there's a little gate to get in or whatever, and then I want to say on one side there was like more of like like not like a toddler but like a kiddie area, and then there's games and shit in the middle, and then in the back or towards the back, towards the middle, there was a big jungle gym type of shit that they always have, and I think there was a ball pit, all sorts of other
Was there
stuff.
dinosaurs?
Well, I mean not like actual dinosaurs, yeah, but like I mean like that was the theme of the thing. I think there was a big dinosaur as like the logo, and then I'm sure there was like a dinosaur, character, and like I just remember that the games and things were like themed kind of like that for the most part. I would love to find a picture. I don't know, maybe I'll look it up or something, but I remember that.
Yeah. Well, they actually changed Chuck E. Cheese since we were younger. Chucky used to be like a whole different mouse, and now he
Yeah,
looks like a different guy. I don't
yeah,
like it.
yeah. Um, any other memorable birthdays? I remember bowling. I'm trying to think like when it kind of stopped too, because I normally just go out to eat. I think that's normally a big thing. I don't remember when you really stop having birthday parties. Birthday
Well,
parties.
I have a few when I was like younger that I like really remember. And then I think oh yeah, I think for my 14th I had one. I'll save my birthday stories for when it's my birthday.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I think like I don't know. I didn't always have party though, but I think when I was 14 I like had like a whole bunch of my friends over for my birthday. Um I don't even know when it stops either. I don't know. I think it just starts. It stops
hmm.
once you turn like probably when you turn like 11, you know, like 11, 12, 13. That's probably like when it stops, like once you turn 10. Like I don't know. I had like family parties too. I didn't always have friend parties. Obviously when I was like real younger, it was a big deal to have parties with your friends
Yeah.
a lot.
The one weird thing about my birthday specifically is that it's in the wintertime. So,
Yeah.
it's kind of shitty in some ways because I always loved being outside as a kid and still do. So, in the way that our kind of like house is and just like the way that our family was, we always had more of like outdoor parties in the summertime, obviously. So I never had that experience for the most part. Like I mentioned, I think the one time kids came over and we played hockey, but I don't, that was probably either not right around my birthday or was like a warmer day, So it's like, it's just tough when you have a winter
Yeah.
birthday. That and also the fact that, it's right near New Year's, it's right near Christmas. So it's kind of like all lumped together. I think that's, again, maybe another reason. When your birthday is like smack dab in the middle of the year or something where there's not a lot of other things around it, it's like, oh, cool, this is like a nice thing to celebrate, which it still obviously is. But the point is that I just think that perspective changes because a year is kind of segmented up into different sections, I think, for a lot of people. When you just pack everything in the beginning of the year, like Christmas, New Year, birthday, and all that, it kind of just all lumps together. So I don't know, just something that I think I've been has been like my perspective, just with the the situation that having a January birthday, but still always good though. Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What else you got? Any more questions for the birthday guy? I guess.
No, I think you're getting old.
Yeah, I'm old. I'm
What did
old.
Lauren say? My friend Lauren was like, I didn't know Mark was turning 25. I thought he was. Oh, she said I thought he was like 27.
27. Holy fuck.
I was like, no, 25 is already too old. What do you mean?
I mean,
She's
I
like,
am
I
wise
thought.
beyond my years. Dr. Cornwallis is wise beyond his years, um, but yeah,
Mhm.
I don't know.
It's like I thought he was like 27 already. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I don't know. I enjoy that. I don't actually care about that. I actually enjoy. People have told me that before. The whole like mature thing. Um, I take a lot of pride in that. I try to help other people with that as well. I don't know. Just kind of like that. I mean, I think let me give you this bit of this, and maybe I've already kind of said it, but here's the thing. I feel like if you could be, I feel like most people when they get to a certain age, right? I think most like 50-year-olds would love to know what they know at 50, but be in like a 40-year-old's body in a sense. So I feel like if I can try to do things and try to learn things and try to get like further ahead mentally, but still be physically 25 years old and be able to run around and like do all the things that I like. And, when we have kids, like be young parents where we can
Mhm.
still have fun with our kids while they're young and growing. I don't know. I mean, that's not just, there's more than one way to do that, but I just think that that's rewarding. And I think that's, something that I love to strive for and I want to prioritize. So that's try to just get ahead so you have freedom, you have security, and you're able to enjoy your life because we're all going to deteriorate over time, right? As we get older, it's going to be harder to run, walk and all that sort of shit. So um that's why I think, the whole birthday thing, I know that's deeper than we probably wanted to go there, but just the idea of time and the idea of getting older and trying to just stay ahead of it as much as possible. I like all that, and that's kind of how I think about it. I don't think about it just as like a day to celebrate. It's important. I think you should do that, but I think I don't know. I just think of it differently. So, so yeah. You think that kind of covers it?
So you think about birthdays as being wise above your years?
No, I mean not
I like,
specifically.
ew, sorry, I have something in my
Uh,
mouth.
uh, I think of it as I think of that. I try to do that. I try to be, I don't know, mature, I guess. I don't know, but I don't know. I just see every year as like another year, right? So, and I don't think of it as the celebration isn't the first thing that I kind of think of. I just think of it as like, well, okay, we're here now. What do we know? How do we place ourselves? Like when I was 21, like I said, I wasn't going out and I wasn't doing anything. Not like there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying for me, that's not what my prerogative was at that time. You know, um, I was in college. I had realized that I didn't really like college. I wanted to get out of that. It's just always kind of been how my life is. Like I got into college and I was like, okay, whatever. And then I wanted to get out and I wanted to go work. And then I started working. I was like, okay, this is great. And then I was working there for a little bit and I was like, okay, this is starting to suck. I want to do something else. I want to work on my own stuff. And then I got out of there. And I feel like most people probably would have waited longer. They would have probably sat in those things and been, potentially been miserable or something, rather than, just jumping out and going to kind of do those types of things. And I'm not saying I'm better than anyone because I did that, but just because I just realized this idea of time. When you think about birthdays, you think about age, really you're just having a conversation of time. We don't know how much we have. We know generally, on average, we're probably going to have about 80 years, maybe more or less. I don't know what the actual figure is. So I'm on 25, it's like a third of the way there. Hopefully I get a little bit longer. Hopefully I can live to like 100. So maybe a fourth of the way there. But regardless, you can't go back. So I just always look forward, and I try to get as far ahead as I can, and not bring in things that are going to hinder me in any sort of way. And yeah, that's the bigger conversation about birthdays that nobody signed up to hear. Right there is it's not just. I don't just think about the day and cake and celebrating. I think about it more as, on the whole, as a bigger timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where we're at. But
Alrighty. Well, happy birthday.
appreciate that. Thank you.
I'll sing you a little happy birthday song.
Right now?
Not right now. No.
Okay. All right. Well, sorry guys, you don't get to hear the happy birthday song, but yeah, we thank you for tuning in, guys. We appreciate it as always. We got to get a better thing at the end here to kind of like talk about the announcements and everything like that. But links are always in the description. You can snag some merch, aimandthepmpodcast.com/shop. You can always ask us anything. If you go to the website now, there's actually a link right on the homepage, so you can do that. But aimandthepmpodcast.com/ask-us-anything. And still working on ways to support the show if you'd like. Really excited about that. We want to build a little bit of a community here. And just, if you like what we're doing and you appreciate it, you can snag some merch always, like we said. You can, at some point maybe donate to the show and help us support the things that we're doing here. But we're going to keep talking because we love talking. And if you ever have any questions, you can use that Ask Us Anything thing, but you can always post in the comments on YouTube. Be more than happy to answer that. If you want to be a guest couple as well, reach out to us on the website. We have a little scheduler tool now and everything like that, so we can point you in the right direction there. But we're excited. We're excited to keep going. We got some good guests coming up. Very excited, honestly. Next week if next week is the guest couples episode, everything goes well, it should be. Very interesting episode. We're not going to spoil anything, but it should be a very good episode. Very excited to sit down and chat with our first guest couple in a while. So that's all we got. So thank you guys, as always, for tuning in to this virtual episode of AM and the PM. We thank you as always, and thank you, and we'll talk to you guys in the next one.